Good evening, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. As the Master of Ceremony, I would like to invite Dr. Virk to deliver the land acknowledgement speech.
Let me introduce Dr. Virk to you. Dr. Navneet Virk is a dynamic leader with over 12 years of experience in financial industry, serving as the team lead for PCC Gala and an executive managing director at World Financial Group.
Thank you so much, everybody, and it's my honor and privilege to be part of PCC Chamber of Commerce Toronto chapter, and that is a great privilege that the responsibility was given to me. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Sharma ji. And we worked as a team, and as a team result, this is the success of the gala. I'm very thankful to all the sponsors, all the people who are participating here, all the media who is here at a very short notice. And now, as part of my responsibility, I need to go ahead with the land acknowledgement. We are in a dreamland of Canada. It is a land of opportunity, but we need to acknowledge the land. And on behalf of PCC Toronto chapter, which is situated on the traditional territories of the Mississauga of the Credit First Nation and the territory of Treaty 13A, 14 and 19, we acknowledge the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation on whose ancestral and treaty lands we work. We are all treaty people, and as a result, we all have a responsibility to learn from the indigenous people how to care for the land. We make this acknowledgement as one demonstration of our commitment to the truth and reconciliation. We honor the indigenous people who came before us and the continuous indigenous presence in this traditional territory on which we work and learn. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land, and by doing so, give our respect to its first inhabitants. Thank you so much, and God bless us all to move this chapter to the next level. Very thankful on behalf of my entire team with PCC Toronto chapter, on behalf of the media and all the dignitaries. Thank you so much. Have a blessed time. Enjoy the evening.
Let's applaud Mr. Dipinder Lumba for his outstanding contributions and unwavering dedication. Over to Mr. Lumba. Thank you, sir. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy seeing all you people here. One thing I want to share, when we started this chapter, the founder is also here, global founder, Mr. Gary Prasija. I was the first person when we met over the breakfast, and we just planned that how this chapter should shape up. Today, seeing this, all the tables are full. I'm so impressed with your cooperation. I'm so impressed with your dedication. The first thing, what we decided, non-political and non-religious, only business networking. And that's what we are seeing today. All cooperation from you people. I'm not going to take much of your time because I have been indicated I have only 1.5 minutes, but I'll take 2 minutes. Friends, Punjabi Chamber of Commerce is going to be one of the largest network among the business community in the coming time. That is a promise and commitment, because we are backed by all of you. If all of you are going to be with us like that, definitely. And I must thank you, all of you, to be here. And I am also thankful to our team, those people who had done great efforts day and night to make this gala a successful event, the first gala, especially Mr. Dinesh Sharma, those who were members of our PCC group. You must be finding the first communication is done by Mr. Sharma and the last communication is done by Mr. Sharma. Great dedication by this person. Mr. Harry Garewal and all the gala team, I am so thankful that they have made it possible. And once again, thank you very much and welcome everybody I am so impressed along with Mr. Gary Prasija. Thanks a lot.
It's such a beautiful event. I think that I have not been to such a beautiful and amazing event in my lifetime. It's my frank words. I come from America, and excuse me, you may be thinking, oh, those Americans again meddling in our Canadian affairs. But originally I'm from Ukraine, and I'm first-time immigrant in the US, and what I do is I help people to move to the United States and achieve their American dream. So I represent the company which is called CMB Regional Centers, and I'm pretty sure that most of you beautiful people here, God bless, you have settled down in this Canadian country, which gives you good benefits, good social protection, very high life standards. And I know that life is beautiful here, but I stayed in the hotel nearby, and I talked to some of staff, the manager of the hotel. She's from Jamaica, and I asked her, are you happy living here? She says, maybe not, maybe too expensive. And then I talked to the guy in the bar, the barman, and he said kind of the same. Oh, the life is kind of too expensive. I cannot, get enough money for rent. So I just realized that, for some people, the journey continues. And here I am to tell you how to perhaps find something else, the life, the weather, the education, the future for your kids and your family. And I'm here to respond to the interest in the Canadian market that has been very active for years in the program which is known as EB5. So this is the program which brings the green card through investment. And this is the most popular and biggest residential program in the world. Each year, 10,000 green cards are allocated through this program, and all these green cards are gone because of the popularity of this program. This program does not require you to qualify. You don't have to speak English, you don't have to have the business education or business experience. All you need to do is the financial ability to invest and get your green card and then get your money back, because EB5 investment is the returnable amount. So here I am with my colleagues. If you have any questions to us, if you want to have more information, I will be happy to talk to you at this event. We will be perhaps most of the time at the registration desk near our materials. Again, thank you so much for the opportunity to sponsor this wonderful event. Thank you.
Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Pasricha as he shares his insight and experiences with us today. Mr. Pasricha, the stage is yours.
I never thought someone like me growing up in New York City would actually be involved in the Punjabi community like this. And when I was younger, I used to tell my mom, no, I don't want to eat Indian food, right? And for a long time, all my friends were non-Punjabis and non-Indian. But then something happened. When I was, I believe about 19, 20 years old, and I started to see our community. And it's so vibrant, so wonderful, but we don't give each other a chance. There was our host mentioned about Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and not to get religious at all, the basic point for me personally is that we have to control our egos. We have to sacrifice ourselves for the benefit of our community. So, 6-7 years ago, I was visiting Edmonton, and I went to a Gurdwara there, and I was really in the mood for some jalebi. Lots, And so I asked somebody at the Gurdwara who I didn't know, and I said, can you, help me find the jalebi? Tell me which store to go to. And he gave me the store, right? And then something just happened that night. And I took the website name punjabichamber.com while I was in Edmonton. Then we went to the community in New York and New Jersey. A lot of businesses, and we raised capital. This was a nonprofit startup. And our mission from day one was that no religion and no politics. And if you're a chamber, let's get to business. Let's promote you guys. And that's how a chamber functions. And the more people that are in the chamber, we can generate group benefits with third parties. And we can also have mentoring programs. And then we can also try to have the next generation also have some of the benefits that we're having in terms of networking. We shouldn't just throw them out into the general public and not give them also an opportunity to network with our communities. So we raised that. Then I went to Punjab. And I said, there's a lot of Punjabis in Punjab. So we went to Punjab and we started speaking to people in Ludhiana, Jalandhar, Amritsar, and of course Chandigarh, Delhi, Mumbai. And everyone said, really? You think we can work together? I said, absolutely. I said, just don't focus on the negatives. Look at what brings you together. If you take a look at all the tables here, we're all mixed. We don't really care. And in the US, we say green is the color that counts. So everyone really wants to make a living. Everyone has that desire to provide for their family. We can do it much better together. That's the basic idea. So fast forward, we have now 18 chapters worldwide. And I got to tell you, the Punjabi community is as strong as ever. But what a lot of us have done, unfortunately, is we've left Punjab and we've forgotten about Punjab. So one of our other mission is to enrich Punjab itself and to work on certain programs which are scalable, which make sense. So we're working on having a finishing school in certain technologies, because we have a lot of IT companies in our group. And they're looking for consultants that they can place. And so we're working on that. We're working on raising capital in the Punjabi community. A community without capital cannot grow. We're working also on initiatives to empower underrepresented groups. So we can only do this if we're in it together. So this group here, this is just a starting point. I can guarantee you, when we come back in a year or two, this room will be at least double. If you guys are committed to actually to yourselves, forget about other people just for a minute. If you're committed to yourselves and you're looking to increase your business, give us your ideas. Allow us to help you. If you're a banker, right, you're looking for more business. You know, use the bankers that we have in our group. If you started a new business and you need an accountant, an attorney, insurance products, use the people within this group. It's okay to share, not a big deal. So all of these communities, what you're seeing other communities, definitely the Jewish communities and other communities are growing like crazy. The Punjabi community needs to do the same. And I'm telling you, we can do that. So it's very, very simple. Trust in yourself that you can make a difference. And then also trust in the other person that they also want to make a difference. And then together we really can achieve these goals. So thank you so much, and I congratulate everyone here, and especially our teams, our founder, Mr. Lumba, thank you, and we're really proud of you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar, Adab. This is truly my honor to be able to be with each and every one of you today. So, my name is Nina Tangri. I'm the member of Provincial Parliament in Mississauga-Streetsville, but I'm also Ontario's Associate Minister of Small Business. And I'm joined here today, just arrived, my colleague, and he'll be speaking, I guess, shortly, Deepak Anand from Mississauga-Malton. You know, I know Punjabi Chamber of Commerce spoke a lot about how religion and politics plays no part. However, prior to me getting elected, I actually ran a small business with my husband, and it was the frustrations of the day, the red tape, the regulatory burden that made me get involved in politics. Because I wanted to make change. I wanted to make it easier to do business in Ontario. I wanted to make sure that everybody had equal opportunities. So then I got involved, and since 2018 I was elected, and I've been in government and in cabinet in various roles. And prior to the last election last year, I was the Minister of Small Business and Red Tape Reduction. So throughout the 6 years we've been in government, we took it upon ourselves on how can we save businesses money? How can government get out of the way of business? So throughout that time in 6 years, we've been able to save $8 billion annually. So in 2023 alone, $8 billion for our businesses, of which $3.6 billion was for small businesses alone. So small businesses represent 98% of our businesses under 100 employees. So think about that. Many of you in this room probably employ under 100 people. So you are the center point of our communities. You are what makes Ontario what it is. And I'm very proud to be in Ontario and be part of a government that recognizes that we recognize our communities, and we know how important it is to make sure that we get out of the way and let our businesses succeed. We saw the frustrations of newcomers coming here, the accreditation process, the fact that they had to learn again, even though that they were experts in their field. So we've cut red tape to help with that process as well. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. I do want to thank each and every one of you, to Mr. Lumbaji, to Mr. Paricha, for having the vision of opening the Punjabi Chamber of Commerce. You know what? Business is the center point, as I said earlier before. It's not just about Punjab or Canada or the United States. We are a global community. We need to make sure that our goods, our supplies can move across our borders and get to market as seamlessly as possible. So in my role, I hope I can hear from all of you. I'm here not just to be here as your representative, but to listen. So thank you all for inviting me today, for being part of today's celebrations. Congratulations to everyone. Dinesh ji, thank you for inviting me. Punjabi Chamber of Commerce, have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਯਕੀਨ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਰਸ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਭੈਣ ਬੈਠੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਨੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਲਚਰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਕੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਰਸ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ? What a pleasant surprise. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਇਹ ਅਜੀਬ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੰਡ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਦੇਸ਼ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਿੰਸ, ਫਿਰ ਉਸ 'ਚ ਕਲਚਰ। ਪਰ ਅਗਰ ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਸੋਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਏ, ਇਹ ਕਲਚਰ ਬਣੇ ਹੀ ਸੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਕਲਚਰ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਫਿਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਲਚਰ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਣ ਅਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਹੋਵੇ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਲਚਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਕਲਚਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ, ਅਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਉਹ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਗੈਰੀ ਭਾਜੀ, ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਫॉर ਡੂਇੰਗ ਦਿਸ ਐਂਡ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਟੂ ਈਚ ਵਨ ਆਫ ਯੂ। ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਧੀਆ ਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੇ ਇਹ ਹਾਲ ਫੁੱਲ ਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਸੋ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਈਚ ਵਨ ਆਫ ਅਸ ਡਿਜ਼ਰਵ ਅ ਬਿਗ ਰਾਊਂਡ ਆਫ ਅਪਲਾਜ਼। ਪਰ ਇਹ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਖਤਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਗਈ। ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। Today is the first gala, Dinesh ji, that's what you said. And I wish you best of success for the coming years. Neena ji we should be proud of. Neena is from the Punjabi background culture. And she's a minister in the province of Ontario. And we have many ministers in the province and as well as at the federal level. And we should be proud of our culture. And let's add this addition of businesses coming together. और किते ना किते हर पंजाबी च एक ਇਹ ਤੜਫ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਵਾਪਸ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਮਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਅਤੇ ਮਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੈਗੀ ਉਹ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਿਸ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਸਰਵ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ। ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਥਰੂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਰਸ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਏਬਲ ਟੂ ਹੀਲ ਦੋਜ਼ ਐਂਡ ਬਿਲਡ ਦੋਜ਼ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ਼ਿਪ। ਆਵਰ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਐਮ ਸ਼ੋਰ all the government officials and all elected people will be happy to hear how we can work together and proceed and process with this. So again, thank you so much for inviting me. Gary ji Paji, you have to come up for a minute only.
We have this beautiful poster here from JUS Radio and JUS Broadcasting and JUS TV. There's a very gorgeous and beautiful Ashmita would like to say just a few words just to let you know what's going on, why there are so many cameras, interviews. And Ashmita, would you please come over?
Thank you so much. Hi everyone, I'm Ashmita from JUS TV. First of all, what a turnout. Gary ji, you must be so proud. And all of the Toronto chapter members who've worked so hard, congratulations to you all. I'm from JUS TV. JUS Punjabi was the first American Punjabi channel, started in 2007. Our New York team is here. Our Canada team is here. Harry Singh, Mahima is also sitting there. I just want to let you guys know we are covering this event. This program will air a week from today on JUS Punjabi at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And I have to say one thing, Gary ji, we have in common with PCC is that we're a Punjabi channel. We're a community channel, not religious, not political. Agar tuhade community di support na hundi, assi vi ithe na hunde. Thank you so much for supporting us. And if you need anything else from us, please let us know. We are here for you. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Ashmita. That's wonderful to know that we are being on TV, and I hope we are really excited about it. Thank you for this great introduction.
Let's give a warm round of applause to Dr. Parminder Singh for his remarkable contribution to sports, healthcare, and community.
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of the Punjabi Chamber of Commerce, esteemed guests, it's both an honor and a pleasure to address you today. As we have come together to celebrate the achievements and aspirations of our vibrant Punjabi business community, we gather here and we are reminded of the rich tapestry of our heritage, the resilience of our people, the indomitable spirit that courses through our veins. Punjab, its fertile lands and industrious populace, has long been synonymous with prosperity and progress. From the bustling markets of Jalandhar and Ludhiana And I only say this because I just recently came back from Punjab. Te hale thoda jiha jet lag hoya hua. But to the bustling corridors of power in Chandigarh, our entrepreneurial prowess has left indelible mark on the economic landscape of our nation. Yet, as we bask in the glory of our past success, we must also cast our gaze towards the horizon of the future. The world around us is changing. It's changing at an unprecedented pace, driven by technology, innovation, global interconnectedness, and shifting geopolitical dynamics. In this rapidly evolving environment, the challenges we face are manifold, but so too are the opportunities that lie before us. But of course, at this very present moment, you are here sitting and probably thinking कि बाकी गल्लां बाद चों पहला ਇਹ ਦੱਸ कि तू पंजाबी हॉकी किद्दां शुरू कीती सी. So of course, while you are thinking of your next breakthrough business venture, but how did this guy start Hockey Night in Canada in Punjabi? Well, so here it goes. The story truly unfolds from a small town in Punjab called Nawashahar, where the rise and the fall of a cricket star took place. When Parminder, at the age of 7, got his passport and papers to come to Canada, and once he landed in Toronto and enrolled in elementary school, carrying his cricket bat, only to his shock that no one played cricket here. So he quickly had to turn around and prevent being an outcast. He quickly came to terms that no, he would not be the next Sachin Tendulkar. And he cast his eyes on perhaps becoming the next Wayne Gretzky or Mario Lemieux, which was a lot more fitting. So growing up in Jane and Finch, in the vast multicultural populace of new immigrants to Toronto, Canada was a lot different. It's not the Canada that we see walking in Brampton today, let me tell you that. I was one of 2 turbaned kids in my entire school. ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੂਜਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਪਟਕਾ ਬੰਨਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਮੂਵ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. And I'm really thinking he probably did move to Brampton. So left me alone in Jane and Finch as the only turbaned kid. So I soon realized I better become good at something. And that something became sports. Becoming good at sports gave me the street cred that I needed to fit in and to get the respect from the kids of the neighborhood. So I devoted my life to sports. And through my extracurricular activities, my career in ice hockey was very short-lived. I have our Honorable Mayor Patrick Brown here, who's a huge fan of ice hockey. He's a player himself. Mr. Brown, welcome. However, my passion for the game and for sports lived on. My first love, ice hockey and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Before Saturday Desi programs on Vision TV, before Omni, before Sanja Punjab, Gaunda Punjab, Aj da Punjab, Kal da Punjab, Sada Punjab, Thwada Punjab, Chadda Punjab, I think you get the point. There was only one thing that brought Punjabis together on Saturday night. That was Hockey Night in Canada. My entire Khandan used to sit and watch Hockey Night in Canada, while my grandfather, who really had to be cautioned because his Punjabi was very lively, ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਫਿਰ 2-3 ਗਾਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਨਿਕਲ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ. So my entire Khandan was glued to watch the disappointment we lovingly refer to as the Toronto Maple Leafs, in hopes that one day we will win the Stanley Cup. So I, at 8 years old, was dreaming to become the next superstar on ice as the first ice hockey player. As I watched, guess what? I watched white guys on ice. I sat there thinking, as a Patka kid, how the heck am I going to get a helmet over this? So after months of hard work, I convinced my parents to let me buy, or please buy for me, a pair of skates. So they did. Punjabi parwar, nama nama Canada aaya. Parents are hardworking and they finally bought me a pair of skates. I quickly learned the art of balancing on my skates, playing shinny hockey at the local arena, and months into it, playing and skating after school, until that one day, somebody stole my shoes at the arena. So my new gained skill of balancing on my skates became very handy because I had to walk home on my skates. And let's just say my parents didn't let me go back to the ice rink. So that was my short-lived career as an ice hockey player. However, my passion for the game lived on. I would pretend to call the games while playing ball hockey with my friends. Parminder has the puck. He shoots. He scores. But never once did I think that I would be able to call it in my mother language. Punjabis love their sports. They love kabaddi. They love cricket. They love field hockey. And when they came to Canada, they became huge fans of the NHL and the ice hockey. So I got a call from CBC, went in for the audition. It was a room full of gore. But I didn't want to judge, because remember, I had been judged before. So they said, Parminder, come in for the audition and call this game in Punjabi, and I did, with full enthusiasm. And after I was done, they said, you got the job. And I looked around, and this was Joel Darling, head of CBC Sports with Scott Moore. I said, but you guys have no idea what I said. Or do you? Good thing I wasn't swearing in Punjabi that day, but they said, no, we loved your enthusiasm. And now, over a decade later, Hockey Night in Punjabi is going well and strong. So thank you to the Punjabi community for all of your support.
Well, thank you very much. Proud to be here as the mayor of Brampton. Haven't been in the provincial or federal legislature for a while now, but I just want to say, my friend Parminder, what an incredible speech. I love your story, so eloquent. What a great role model. I have to say, when he spoke about coming to Canada with a cricket bat and having no history of hockey in India, they now have a flourishing ice hockey league in Ladakh, up in Leh. And now we have the longest waiting list in the GTA for sports is cricket, 450 teams on the wait list. So something's changing. Ice hockey's taking off in the Himalayas, and cricket is booming in the GTA. Who would have thought all these years later? And I love that about Canada. Part of the beauty of Canada is there's no contradiction in loving our country and being proud of your heritage. It makes the country richer and more dynamic, and we see that in sports. But you've been a real role model, and just a few weeks ago, to come full circle, they brought the Stanley Cup to Brampton, and it was great to see the community come out in big numbers to see that, and that's something that you started. And then tonight, the Vancouver Canucks have Arshdeep Bains playing, the fourth Punjabi hockey player to play in the NHL, inspiring the next generation in British Columbia. But I wanted to praise the Punjabi Chamber of Commerce, Harry, Dinesh, the entire board, for creating a platform like this to celebrate the community. When Parminder talked about resilience and entrepreneurialism, I see that in spades in Brampton. I also see the Punjabi community as the definition of family. And there's nothing more beautiful than that. The respect that the community shows elders is something that I wish could be replicated everywhere. The closeness, the bond of the community is something absolutely beautiful. I've also learned that everyone is an uncle. Everyone is an aunt. Everyone is a brother, because the bonds of friendship and family mean something. And that's something that I think we should all replicate. So I hope you have a great gala tonight. I'm sure you're waiting for dinner and you've had a number of speakers. But on behalf of the City of Brampton, I wanted to present a certificate of recognition to Harry, to Dinesh, and to your leadership team for enriching the business landscape in our city and our country, and for your tireless efforts in promoting Punjabi businesses in our region. And we just wish you a ton of success in the months and years ahead.
I want to start with saying, holy freaking samosa. Like, look at this. Like, we started with a goal of having 200 people here, and that seemed lofty in the beginning. And as we started reaching out to our community partners, and they're all of them here, and we ended up beating our goal by 25%. So we expected 200 people, we got 250. So, and that is all the work. And that is all the work of my organizing committee that is led by Gagan Mundra. She is from Visa Serve. Big round of applause, because she was responsible for bringing a lot of sponsor dollars for us. Nitin Garg of NCT, Navneet Virk, Major Nagra, Robindeep, and Manisha from India. And I'd be remiss if I don't mention Mr. Dinesh Sharma and Gary for enabling this event as well. So thank you guys, and a big round of applause for the organizing committee that put everything together today. Perfect. So I am the guy with the slide deck. That's the job they gave me. So we have 2 screens in this hall. You can choose to look at them. There's one on this side and one on the other side. You don't have to read it. I'll be talking for the most of the time, but you can choose to read it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is, we talk about being a Punjabi Chamber of Commerce, right? I wanted to kind of put my understanding of what a Punjabi actually means. And I'm going to read this because my memory's not that sharp. So being a Punjabi is a celebration of culture, resilience, and unity. It transcends religious divides. It is about embracing rich traditions, music, and a zest for life while cherishing common values of love, compassion, and community. From the fields of Punjab to global cities, being Punjabi symbolizes strength, warmth, and unwavering spirit of hospitality. It's finding joy in simplicity, spreading laughter, and embodying a shared love for humanity, a testament to our enduring spirit and a vibrant heritage. That is what I understand of word Punjabi. It is all-encompassing. It encompasses everybody and anybody who is proud enough to call themselves a Punjabi. So the next thing I want to talk about is, how do we do this? I'm going to try to simplify what we do in the purpose of Punjabi Chamber of Commerce. The first thing we do is building a network and community. That at a foundational level is our goal. And that's where we're at currently in the stage of the growth of our chapter, is that we're building a network and a community for all of us. And this event is a big part of doing that. With this, we're building a broader brand recognition, and we're building our audience that understands what we're trying to do. Secondly, it's business development and growth. And we're seeing that happen as of now. For the last few months, we've heard our members come to us and say, I started doing business with member XYZ. So we're already seeing business relationships forming across the board, which is the second pillar of how we grow as a chamber. The third of the top one is advocacy and representation. And that's where we start working with our members and we start voicing their message up to the upper echelons within politics or wherever we need to take that message. We will find the right people to get your message across. So that is the method to the madness. It's just a pyramid. We just got to climb it. We're on our way, but we're successfully doing it as of now. So more to come on that. The next slide is the process. It is building upon the same thing that I just talked about, but essentially there's a lot of planning, a lot of assessment that happens, and we put that into motion and we iterate that process throughout this circle. I know we're going to talk about, I'm going to spend about the next 20 minutes on this slide alone. Everybody cool with that? Next 20 minutes of your life on this slide. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just pass because you got the message. That's what I wanted to let you know. You got the message. We can move on to the next slide here. So some of the things that we did last year that has gotten us to this point right now is we started in April 2013. That's about when Mr. Dinesh Sharma joined us. And Mr. Dinesh has been phenomenal in bringing a very undying spirit to PCC Toronto. This guy will wake up at 4 in the morning and start responding to people's WhatsApp messages. He'll send them voice messages. Then he'll go back to sleep, and then he gets up again, and then he sends voice messages all over again. He is a social media machine. But he's been phenomenal. He's been an excellent co-chair. Yeah, he's been an excellent co-chair, and I couldn't have asked for a better one. So we started putting that structure together, and that structure has led us to this point where we can actually springboard off of the message that we're trying to send out. I've had amazing conversations with people today, and I can see that our message is resonating across the board. And I love that, and I look forward to that because it gives me a lot of energy when I hear positive feedback from our community on what they like, what they dislike. Feedback's really important. We know our relationship with mom and dad is not feedback-based, but we can keep that here this way as well. So, having said that, I'm going to quickly focus on some numbers, just another 1 minute of your time, on what we have done last year. So this is a great slide because this is numbers. And we have a lot of bankers, a lot of mortgage people, a lot of people from the numbers world, so they will love this. We've driven about 80% member growth in 2023 alone, which is an amazing feat by itself because driving member growth is the hardest challenge for an organization like us. And the folks from JUS TV will tell you viewership is equally important. And growing viewership is hard. It is hard work. But it is work of passion that we do, and we love doing this. Our target for 2024 is to grow 200%. What that means in numbers is we're at about 200 members right now at the Toronto chapter. So we want to grow that to 600 members by the end of next year, or end of this year. Well, already 2024. End of this year. So we need all your help. If you think that there's value in this organization, we want you. We want you to come in. We want you to come talk to us about how you can add value and how we can add value to your business. With that being said, there's a project that we're going to launch this year. It's called Mastermind. It's going to be for business folks that want to get some focused coaching around how to grow their business, how to be better leaders, how to grow teams, how to grow business across the community and outside of us. And with that, I'm going to say thank you. I know slide decks are not everybody's favorite. I don't love them either, but I have to present them from time to time.
but I hope you like the color scheme. It matches Scotiabank's because I'm trying to get a big sponsor check from them. Hopefully. Awesome. And I would love to thank all our sponsors here today because we have a lot of folks that have supported us in getting this up and going. Thank you so much, and you guys are very well loved and appreciated. Thank you very much.
Please join me in applauding Mr. Baldev Mutta for his lifetime achievement and service to building a better, inclusive world for all of us. Thank you. Give it up for Mr. Baldev Mutta.
Thank you for the recognition. It means a lot to me. I still remember the lonely days and nights, the struggle to build an organization, the struggle to secure government funding, the story to develop culturally appropriate programs. The journey wasn't easy, but when I look back, it gives me immense joy that Punjabi community supported me, my wife and kids supported me and stood beside me. And most importantly, all of you also believed in me. I just have one request from all of you. Please give the same love and affection to the new CEO, Amandeep Kaur, as you have given me. Aman, please, if you can stand up, and she's over there. I would really appreciate, because she's the one that is taking PCHS to new heights, and it gives us immense pleasure to say that we have exceeded $10 million in government funding every year, and with over 130 staff under her leadership. So thank you very much for your support to the Punjabi community for this immense joy. Thank you very much.
Sat Sri Akal. Thank you to the PCC for this honor, and thank you also to my parents who gave me the confidence as a business leader and the values to always pay it forward. I'm proud to be part of the Punjabi community and humbled to receive this award, especially in this inaugural year of the PCC Gala and in this esteemed group of award winners. As we look forward, I'm excited to work together to continue to empower the future generations to grow their success and to support each other as we grow in success for our community. Thank you again.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਆਪ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਗਹਿਰਾਈਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਨਿੱਘੀ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅਧੂਰਾ ਸੀ, ਉੱਥੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੀ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੱਕ ਲਾਉਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਇੱਕ ਮਹਿਕਮਾ ਹੈ, ਮੇਰਾ ਆਪਣਾ, ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਬੜੇ ਨਜ਼ਦੀਕ ਦਾ ਮਹਿਕਮਾ, ਸਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਮੀਡੀਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਮੂਲੀਅਤ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਅਧੂਰਾ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਸੀ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਲੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਾਰੀ PCC ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਦੱਸਦਿਆਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਸਾਰੇ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰ ਹਾਂ, ਔਰ ਖ਼ਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਸ ਬ੍ਰੌਡਕਾਸਟਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਪੈਨੀ ਜੀ, ਅਸ਼ਮਿਤਾ ਜੀ, ਹੈਰੀ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਟੀਮ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਆਈ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜ਼ੋਰਦਾਰ ਤਾੜੀਆਂ ਜੀ ਫॉर ਜਸ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ। तो सब तो पहला मैं पैनी मैम तुहानू बेनती करांगा, पैनी संधू जी जस TV दे ओनर फाउंडर ते अशमिता तुसी भी आ जाओ नाल। सो दोनों नू बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इन्हां दा, और इन्हां दे लई असीं कि अवार्ड ऑफ ऑनर, जोरदार ताड़ियां जिन्हां दे हत्थां दे विच भोजन नहीं है। थैंक यू, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। जस TV ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋਗੇ ਬੜੀ ਜਲਦੀ, ਔਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਫੀਡਬੈਕ ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲਾਈਕਸ ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰਨਾ। Thank you once again. Thank you. Thanks.
We are highly thankful to all of the members as a team efforts, and we are blessed to have everybody here to make this event a real success.
ਜਸ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਸਾਰੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਵੈਲ ਟਰਨਡ ਆਊਟ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਰਸ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੈਲਾ ਲਈ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਐਂਡ ਨਾਓ ਜੁਆਇਨਿੰਗ ਅਸ ਇਜ਼ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਦਪਿੰਦਰ ਲੂੰਬਾ ਜੀ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਇਨਸਟਰੂਮੈਂਟਲ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦਪਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ ਸੋ ਗੁੱਡ ਟੂ ਹੈਵ ਯੂ ਹੇਅਰ ਆਈ ਵੁੱਡ ਲਵ ਟੂ ਨੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਉਂਡ ਕਿਨ ਏਰੀਆਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ
ਮੇਰੀ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਉਂਡ ਜੀ I am also a legal professional. We have a full service legal firm, rather international firm. We have branches in Africa and India too. And also I am a realtor.
ਦਪਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਰੋਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ tell us a little bit about that
ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਗੈਰੀ ਪਰਸੀਚਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇ I was most probably the first person and we just formed the idea, let's start it. That's all. And we started it.
And how is it going so far? I mean, ਇਸ ਗੈਲਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇੰਨੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਇੰਨੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਟਰਨਆਊਟ ਹੈਗਾ so how has it been going so far?
ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਰਸ has a name. During COVID, when everybody was feeling pinch of it, we grew in this COVID. And ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਲੈਕਚਰਸ ਕਰਵਾਏ ਕਾਫੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਐਂਡ ਆਲ ਦੈਟ ਸਟਫ ਐਂਡ ਵੀ ਗਰੂ ਲਾਈਕ ਐਨੀਥਿੰਗ ਵੀ ਹੈਵ ਨਾਟ ਓਨਲੀ ਗਰੋਨ ਇਨ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਬਟ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਲੀ we are now today international chapter and we have done extremely well I should say and result is there today you can say
ਦਪਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ once again ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਰਸ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਨੈਕਟ ਕਰਦਾ I'd love for you to tell us a little bit more about that ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਣ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ USA anywhere in the world they know why they should also be a part of PCC
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਦੇਖੋ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਇੱਕ ਨਾਨ ਰਿਲੀਜੀਅਸ ਨਾਨ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਇੱਕ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ community the interest ਨੂੰ watch ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ it is a sort of biggest network and in coming time we promise it's going to be one of the biggest chamber of commerce in North America that's what is going to happen ਕਿਉਂਕਿ out of Indian community Punjabi community dominates so Punjabi like in Punjabi Sikhs are there Muslims are there Hindus are there so everybody is equally participating in this chamber That is the beauty of this chamber.
That is absolutely true and once again ਮੈਂ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਨਜ਼ਾਰੇ ਵੇਖੋ it is truly a diverse attendance we have here ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਉਂਡ ਤੋਂ ਲੋਕੀ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ professionally speaking what areas make up the chapter here in Toronto ਕਿਸ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਜ਼ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਿਪੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗੀ
ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਲਾਅ ਦੇ ਪੀਪਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਅਕਾਊਂਟੈਂਸੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਰੀਅਲਟਰਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਟਰਾਂਸਪੋਰਟ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਆਲਮੋਸਟ ਆਈ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਸੇ ਆਲ ਵੇਕ ਆਫ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦ ਪੀਪਲ ਆਰ ਦੇਅਰ
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Dapinder Lumba ji, the instrumental person jo ki Toronto chapter Punjabi Chamber of Commerce de ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹਨ It was a pleasure talking to you. Have a great rest of your evening, sir.
Thank you very much.
ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਸ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਰਸ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੈਲਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਨ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਅੱਜ
ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਰੋਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਜੀ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਛਲੇ 3 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਜੁੜਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ 'ਚ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲਰਨਿੰਗ ਮਿਲੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਆ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਹਾਂ ਲਾਸਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਮੈਂ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਇੰਜੀਨੀਅਰ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਐਂਡ देयर वाज ਸਮ ਅਨਦਰ ਜੈਂਟਲਮੈਨ ਹੀ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਇਨੋਵੇਸ਼ਨ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਇਨ ਸਮ ਅਦਰ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਨਵਰਸੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਲਾਈਟ ਕਨਵਰਸੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕੀ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਗਰੋ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ that's a very important thing about this Punjabi Chamber of Commerce.
Especially when we look at the market here in Toronto, in the young professionals, students, professional life the world ja rahe hai, young professionals they aake settle ho rahe hai. How important it is for all of these young professionals to be able to network with more established businesses.
It's very important for every individual to start networking because network is equal to your net worth. ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ. The good thing about ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਰਸ ਇੱਕ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਬੈਰੀਅਰ ਹਟ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਨੇਟਿਵ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਮੋਸ਼ਨਲ ਅਟੈਚਮੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ. ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਇਮੋਸ਼ਨਸ ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਹੈਲਪ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਨਿਊ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੈਂਟ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੀ. ਜਦੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਐਫਰਟ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਪਾ ਲਈਏ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਰੋਡ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ ਬੰਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ. ਸੋ ਇਟਸ ਵੈਰੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਫॉर youngsters, for a new immigrants, for like individuals, those who want to contribute in a positive way to join Punjabi Chamber of Commerce ਕਿ ਉਹ ਆ ਕੇ ਇਸ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਰਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਕਰਨ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਕਿੱਲਸ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਗਰੋ ਕਰਨ.
Once again, Harpreet Singh ji, you spoke so well. I just want you to look at the camera so we can see your wonderful shirt here. Sari information screen te likhi hui hai. Agar tusi Harpreet Singh ji naal connect karna hai, Harpreet ji, have a great rest of your evening. Great talking to you.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ 'ਚ ਕਮਰਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਆਟੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕੋ ਨੰਬਰ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ 6476217890 ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ 647 621 7890. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਨ ਸੁਸ਼ਮਾ ਬਾਰੀ ਜੀ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਹਨ. ਸੁਸ਼ਮਾ ਜੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਵਾਗਤ. ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ.
ਇਟਸ ਸੋ ਗੁੱਡ ਟੂ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇਹੋ ਜੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਕੁ ਬੰਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹਨ ਉਨੀ ਕੀ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਵੀ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹਨ. ਔਰਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਨੈਟਵਰਕਿੰਗ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ?
ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਓਨਾ ਹੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਕਿ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕਈ ਡੈਕੇਡਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਵੀ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਕਦਮ ਚੁੱਕ ਕੇ ਚਲਦੀ ਆ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਵੱਲ ਜੇ ਕੰਮ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਵਾਲਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. ਤੇ ਜੋ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਐਟਲੀਸਟ ਮੈਂ ਫੈਮਲੀਜ਼ ਨਾਲ ਡੀਲ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ ਔਰ ਕਸਟਮਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਦੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓਜ਼ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਕੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. ਮੈਂ ਕਦੀ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਵਟਸ ਇਨ ਦੇਅਰ ਫॉर ਮੀ. ਆਮ ਔਨ ਯੈਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਬਟ ਆਮ ਔਨ ਅ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਟ ਔਨ ਅ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਆਮ ਔਨ ਅ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਨਾ. ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖਦੀ ਜੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਨੂੰ 23 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਹੁਣ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਡੀਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅਗਾਂਹ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਆਪ ਖੁਦ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਇੰਨੇ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੈਗੇ ਕਿ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਲੁੱਕ ਆਫਟਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਉਹ ਕਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਰਦੇ. ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਕੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ. ਫੋਰ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ estate planning ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈਗੀ ਤਾਂ estate planning ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ. ਯੰਗ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੈ ਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਟਲੀਸਟ ਬੰਨ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ 2-3 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਨੀਡ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਕਵਰ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡਰਟ ਚੀਪ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਅੰਡਰ $100 ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਵੰਡੀ ਦਾ ਨਾ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਦਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ. ਤੇ ਦੈਟ ਵੇ ਆਈ ਮੀਨ ਦੇ ਕੈਨ ਡਿਸਾਈਡ ਲੇਟਰ ਔਨ ਵਟ ਦੇ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਡੂ.
ਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੋੜ ਹੈਗੀ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਲਿਟਰੇਸੀ ਪੱਖੋਂ?
ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਲਿਟਰੇਸੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਲਾਈਫ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਤੋਂ ਅਤੇ ਕ੍ਰਿਟੀਕਲ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਤੋਂ. ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਸ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਲਾਈਫ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਹੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਣ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਓਵਰਨਾਈਟ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੰਘ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਜਾਂ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਕੈਸ਼ ਲੈ ਕੇ. ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਸਰਾਣਾ ਭਰ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਕੈਸ਼ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੈਸ਼ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਲੈਣ. ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਟੀਚ ਮਾਈ ਕਲਾਇੰਟਸ ਕਿ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਆਈ ਮੀਨ ਯੂ ਵਾਂਟ ਪੇ ਇਟ ਆਫ ਲਾਈਕ 2% ਵਰਸਸ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਪੇਇੰਗ 20% ਵਿਚ ਇਜ਼ ਮੋਰ ਬੈਟਰ
Sushma ji, you have a wealth of knowledge. Thank you so much. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ. Have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you.
ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਡਾਈਵਰਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਤੋਂ ਅਟੈਂਡੈਂਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਰਾਊਡ ਗੈਦਰ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਨ ਨਵਤੇਜ ਚੰਦੋਖ ਜੀ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਕਾਫੀ ਲਿਟਰੇਚਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਹਿਰ ਹਨ। ਨਵਤੇਜ ਜੀ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਵਾਗਤ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
ਸੋ ਗੁੱਡ ਟੂ ਟਾਕ ਟੂ ਯੂ ਨਵਤੇਜ ਜੀ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਥਾਂ-ਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਐਜੂਕੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ। Can you tell us a little bit more about what you tell folks about?
Actually, I teach all across Canada how to invest in Canadian real estate, get all the benefits available from the Canadian taxpayers. Majority of the Canadians do not know that they have more benefits available, including the forgivable down payment, starting a business, all these grants. I've written several different books upon it. Second thing, in Canada, majority of people do not realize it. They got sucked into paying 43% of their income toward taxes, 35% towards mortgages, and there's nothing left. Now, if they realize it, they don't have to pay that much, and they can invest in real estate, and it can create a tax shelter. And not only top of that, buying real estate, I teach them how to protect their assets, asset protection. And one of the best things I teach all the Canadians is how to buy all these properties at a huge discount.
It seems like ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੁਝ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ secrets ਹੈਗੇ that the rest of us don't know about. Is this something that, if people want to access this education, do they have to call you directly or can they access it independently as well?
No, the best thing is to call, send me a text message on WhatsApp. You get all the information. 416-409-7300. I'll be happy to send them more information to them.
Once again, Navtej ji, a pleasure talking with you.
Likewise.
Enjoy the event. ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਆ ਜਾਓ ਜੀ। ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਭਾਟੀਆ ਜੀ। ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਭਾਟੀਆ ਜੀ, so good to talk to you. ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੱਸੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਬੈਕਗ੍ਰਾਉਂਡ ਹੈਗੀ।
ਵੈਸੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ CMA ਫਰੋਮ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਔਰ USA ਹੈਗਾ, ਪਰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਕਾਲਜ ਰਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਔਰ ਉਸ ਕਾਲਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ, ਨਾਈਜੀਰੀਆ ਤੋਂ, ਕੇਨੀਆ ਤੋਂ, ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ, ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਤੋਂ ਕਰੀਬ 100-150 ਬੱਚੇ ਮਿਲਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ। ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਈ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ PSW ਦੇ ਕਰਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੜੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੇ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਹੈਗੇ, PR ਹੈਗੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਹੈ ਅੰਡਰ ਬੈਟਰ ਜੌਬ ontario। ਔਰ ਪਰਸਨਲ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਵਰਕਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਇਕਨੋਮੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ।
ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਹੈ ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਕੰਮ?
ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਫੀਲਡ 'ਤੇ ਸੀ। ਮੈਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਤਾਂ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਤੇ CMA ਹੈਗਾ, ਤੇ ਪਰ ਨਾਲ ਲਿਖ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਬੈਸਟ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਹੈ। ਅਪ ਐਂਡ ਡਾਊਨ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਜ਼ ਦਾ ਬੈਸਟ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ। ਔਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਕੰਟਰੀ, ਖਾਸ ਕਰ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ, ਹਰਿਆਣਾ ਤੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ, ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਤਰਫੋਂ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੇ ਜਸ ਵਨ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੜਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਕਵਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਐਂਡ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਹੈ। ਵਿਸ਼ ਯੂ ਗੁੱਡ ਲੱਕ।
Thank you so much, Bhatia ji. Good talking with you. Thank you. So now joining us is the man of the hour, all the way from New York. Asi bhi New York to aaya, tusi bhi New York to aaya. Gary Pasricha ji, so good to have you. How are you feeling right now?
I feel great. It's cold outside, but man, it's hot inside.
It certainly is. What an amazing turnout. Gary ji, I remember jadon Punjabi Chamber of Commerce New York de vich shuru hoya si, to start from those days and to where you are today, an international footprint. Tell us about the growth.
ਗਰੋਥ ਤੇ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਕਸ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ। So once we started focusing on the community, having programs, mentoring, raising capital, right, all the other things that a chamber should do, and we stay away from religion and politics, as you know. That's what's really helped us grow. So from that, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਫੈਲ ਗਏ। ਲੁਧਿਆਣੇ, ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ, ਦਿੱਲੀ, ਜਲੰਧਰ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣ, ਰਾਈਟ। ਫਿਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਇੰਨੇ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋ ਗਏ। ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਾ ਮਾੜੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਵੱਧ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁਣ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਫੋਕਸ ਔਨ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ, ਫੋਕਸ ਔਨ ਗੈਟਿੰਗ ਜੌਬਸ, okay? Focus on training. We got to talk about this in our Punjabi community. What we're always stuck with, honestly, in our community is Bhangra. I love Bhangra too, okay? But we have to focus on growth. We have to focus on getting our community together. In 1980, Punjab was number one in India. In GDP. We are now number 16. That's a really big problem. So all of us that are here in the West, we got a job to do. We're forgetting where we came from. So we come here, we enjoy all the benefits of the West. But then we forget. So Punjab needs us now. That's another feature of the Punjabi Chamber.
Can you tell us how you're supporting Punjab right now by having the expansion of the Chamber of Commerce in other parts of the world?
So this is how you support it. You get enough wealth outside of Punjab, and you tell them and you work together with programs to invest in Punjab. For example, we are working on a finishing school in Chandigarh, okay, for technology companies and focused on AI, okay? Now, who thought that Punjabis would do that, right? So we're also focused on startups in Punjab. So we have tie-ups with a lot of the smaller agencies there that are looking for funding and other colleges. These are just small things that we can do.
So, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਚਲੋ Toronto chapter ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਕਿਸਮ ਦੀ inauguration ਹੈ. Of course, things have been up and running for a while, but this is the first gala. ਜੋਰ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੋਕੀ ਇੱਥੇ celebrate ਕਰਨ ਆਏ. What's next for PCC?
ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਂਝੇ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਾਣੇ ਹੁਣ, ਮੈਂ ਝੂਠ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਦਾ. ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ we want to execute. We want younger people like you to join, right? ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਬੇ ਹੈਗੇ, ਸਾਡਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੁਣ ਨਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ. ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਹੁਣ ਵਾਰੀ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਲਈ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, right? So this is the next thing I would tell you is more focus groups, right? We're working on our gas station groups in the US, right? We're going to do that some here. The trucking groups, the technology group is already underway. So there's going to be a little bit of segmentation because the Punjabi community is so diverse, as you know, right? So you're going to have to reach all of the different segments. We don't want to forget anyone. So that's what's going to be coming next.
That sounds amazing. We're so excited to see it and follow along on the journey. काफी लंबा सफर रहा है, but certainly one where you have made a footprint. Gary ji, तुसी पहले भी किया है on what sets PCC apart from the other Chamber of Commerces. I would like for you to reiterate why it's so important for young people, especially in places like Toronto, जिथे कितनी youth हैगी, and a lot of them don't have any guidance. की उन्हां नू तुसी दस सकदे हो why they should become a part of PCC?
देखो जी, ਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ? You have to network. You have to get to know people, right? And you have to build up your skill sets. You may need a mentor, right? I've been an attorney for 30 years, right? I get people who come to me, hey, my kid wants to become a lawyer. Can you help them, right? Now, if you're coming from abroad and you don't have anybody, right, we are here for you. That's the idea. You're going to need that. You know?
Awesome. Thank you so much once again, Gary Pastricha ji, the man of the hour, Punjabi Chamber of Commerce, the original founder, and of course a fellow New Yorker. Good to see you in Toronto. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ.
ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਨ ਜਸਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਕਲਾ ਦੇ ਕਲਾਕਾਰ ਹਨ. ਜਸਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੋ? ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਬੈਕਗ੍ਰਾਉਂਡ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਾਰੇ.
ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜੀ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ, ਔਰ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਪੋਸਟਰ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਇਨਸਾਈਡ ਕਿ ਜਸ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਇਜ਼ ਕਮਿੰਗ ਓਵਰ ਹੇਅਰ. ਮੋਸਟ ਵੈਲਕਮ. ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਸ਼ੋਭਾ, ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਆਮ ਟਰਾਈਂਗ ਟੂ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਮਾਈ ਸੈਲਫ ਹੂ ਆਈ ਐਮ, ਐਂਡ ਬਾਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਆਮ ਅ ਪੇਂਟਰ, ਆਮ ਐਨ ਆਰਟਿਸਟ, right? I did my exhibitions in so many countries, almost around the world, right? And finally, that's what they say, sunset in West.
The sun does set in the West. ਜਸਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ?
ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਸਰੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੁਛ ਵੱਡੇ ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਰੋਥ ਇੰਨੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਇਸ ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਿਸ ਇੰਨੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਊਚੁਅਲੀ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ. ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਨੂੰ, ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਮ ਆਦਮੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਇੰਨਾ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ 'ਚ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਕੋਈ ਸ਼ਾਦੀ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਮੋਟੇ ਗਰੋਸਰੀ ਤੱਕ, ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ ਯੂ ਡੋਂਟ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਗੋ ਟੂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਨਾਓ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਔਰ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿਤੇ, ਇੱਥੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਹੈ. ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਨਿਊਜ਼ਪੇਪਰ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੇ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਉਂ-ਜਿਉਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਵੱਧਦੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਉਂ-ਜਿਉਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨੈਸਿਸ ਵਧਣਗੇ, ਐਜ਼ ਐਨ ਆਰਟਿਸਟ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੰਮ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਵਧੇਗਾ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਦਿਲ ਬੀ ਸੋ ਮਨੀ people who will love my artwork to put in their houses, right? So I'm grateful ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੇਜਰ ਨਾਗਰਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੱਦੇ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਨਵਾਈਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਬਿਜ਼ਨੈਸਿਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਟਸ ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਸੋ ਲੱਕੀ ਨਾਓ, ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਆਵਰ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨਸ, ਵੀ ਆਰ ਸੋ ਲੱਕੀ ਦੈਟ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੰਟਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਨਾਓ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਦੇ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਰਿਲੈਕਸਡ।
I completely agree with you. Once again, Jaswant Singh ji, Kalakar, a man of many hats, and ਸਾਡੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ best of luck in your journey finding yourself.
Thank you very much JUS Punjabi।
ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਨ ਜਸਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਕਮਰਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਰੀਅਲ ਏਸਟੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਜਸਦੀਪ ਜੀ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
Thank you ਜੀ, thank you so much।
Jasdeep ji, tell us a little bit about the kind of real estate specifically you work in. I know ਤੁਸੀਂ commercial ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ, but ਸਾਡੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਦੇ benefit ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ please ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿਓ।
So my background is consulting. I came from a consulting background and I specialize in industrial, but I also do future development projects as well. Yes.
So in this territory specifically, ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ Toronto, Brampton ਇਸ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, how big is this industry and how rapidly is it growing?
Well, there is a big room for development because housing is the main focus, right? Because there are a lot of immigrants that are coming into the country, so we need more housing. So that is the kind of goal of many of the municipalities here, to bring more affordable housing.
ਇਸ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਨਵੋਲਵ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਹੋ, do you feel that there's a scope for you to grow professionally? And specifically ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ networking event ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ, you know, what kind of benefits do you see attending something like this?
I think it's good to connect with like-minded people, right? Because coming to events like this, you see a lot of people who are kind of moving in that same direction. So that's what I see.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jasdeep Singh ji. It was a pleasure talking to you. Have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you so much.
ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ ehsan ਖੰਡੇਕਰ ਜੀ। ehsan ji, you've done something really fundamental for the Punjabi trucking community or the trucking community at large. I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about your background and specifically this initiative.
I was a hotel executive for 24 years in America. And then I joined financial services, worked with RBC for a decade. And then I joined Catholic Family Services as their board, and then became the board chairman of the entire board. And we were able to get a lot of success. During that time, I found out that our community, our society is missing out in a lot of different areas, and that is systematically. It's not anybody's fault. Usually we blame people. It's nothing wrong with them. It's the system that we have. Fast forward, after trying and working with Rotary Club, we have done programs in India. We built a school for 14,000 students. That was a few years ago. And then we run Heartland Credit Review and Community Health Services. Fast forward again, and now we have started something called Truck Drivers Welfare Association. The word welfare is the key here. And there are other 7. What is different about us? Why should we be successful? Because we have gone to the core. My family member works in the state with Transport Secretary Buttigieg. One of my best friends, former Transport Minister of Canada, Omar Al-Gabra, we discussed a little bit of these things, and I think there's a need. One of the most important part is, as a Muslim, I'm traveling with my Christian wife. She never gets pulled for anything, but I was. Now what's happening with truckers, if you have a turban, you're automatically put in a different category, and that needs to stop, right? If police can stop that, so can CBA. So can the American customs, right? So that's the one part. The most important part actually is getting discounted gas prices, discounted tires. Above all, every single trucker must have insurance before they can go to America. And we have something that we're going to corner the market. I already have the contract set. In a couple of weeks, we're going to go live with this. And I believe that's something that Canada needs. The last part, central government, provincial government, they do a lot of things. But the truckers face most important problems with municipalities because they drive in those roads and city manages those. Who's looking after that? That's the question I asked my provincial minister. And then he said, no, that's why we need you. I said, okay, great, thank you.
Ehsanji, this is such a large-scale enterprise you have. I would love for you to join us again on our program, on our network, to give more information about this, because this specifically would be so relevant and beneficial to a lot of our viewers. It was a pleasure talking with you today.
One shout out to Major Nagra. Thank you for joining our board for Truck Driving Association, because we need your skills.
So good to speak with you, Ehsan Khandekarji. Have a good rest of your evening.
Take care.
Once again, representing the diversity of Toronto, we have another attendee for tonight's program, Mr. Vitaly Modlo, who is representing CMB Regional Centers. Mr. Modlo, I'd love for you to share with our viewers what exactly your firm does and why it's so impactful for South Asian entrepreneurs.
Well, we do the EB5 visa program, which is known throughout the world, which is the biggest and most popular residency program in the world. And this is what we do for more than 25 years. And it's, in simple words, it's a green card through investments for the family of investors. And we have a lot of families, like more than 6,000 by now, from more than 100 countries. And of course, we do a lot of business in the markets like South Asia. India is the second biggest market in the world. I know that it has been like the very diverse and business-like population here around Toronto, which has great interest actually in moving to the US for a number of reasons. Business opportunities, future of the families, education for the kids, weather. So it's my first time actually in Canada, but I'm glad to be here. It's an amazing event. It's so much nice people, and I've got a lot of conversations already with a few of them. Yeah, they are interested, and we are happy to help them accomplish their American dream.
Once again, Mr. Vitaly Modlo, representing CMB Regional Centers. अगर तुहानू EB5 वीज़ा बारे होर जानकारी चाहिए, खास करके अगर तुसी इत्थों कनाडा तो जुड़ना चाहते हो, जरूर तुसी CMB Regional Centers नाल जुड़ सकते हो. Mr. Vitaly, is there a website or a contact number that you can share with our viewers in case they want to get in touch with you?
Oh, of course. I don't know, should I say it? Yeah, it's www.cmbeb5visa.com. And the office number is 309-797-1550.
Once again, website, phone number तुसी सुन लिया. अगर तुसी इन्हां दे नाल contact करना चाहते हो, जरूर directly तुसी connect कर सकते हो. Thank you so much, Mr. Vitaly. Have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you so much.
So no event of this scale is ever accomplished by any one person alone, and is Toronto chapter Punjabi Chamber of Commerce di jo ithe di local team hegi, unhone ne inni mehnat ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ behind the scenes. We don't even know what it looks like, but ਉਹਦਾ ਨਤੀਜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. A full house, a diverse crowd, and everyone is having such a great time. Hari ji, we spoke with you earlier in the week. This is such a fantastic turnout. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I am so pumped. I mean, I don't know if somebody gave you the statistic or not. We were oversold by 25%, so we were expecting 200. We received 250 people. We probably exceeded that because friends and family are always invited, right? So we're super pumped. We're excited. This is our first attempt at doing something like this, and just to see that it's well received. It's a validation of what we're doing within the community, and all the work that will go forward will kind of give us the guidance of executing in the right path.
So once again, मैं दर्शकों को ਦੱਸना चाहती हूँ, Hari Garewal ji, you have your background in the tech industry. A lot of the folks here have all different types of backgrounds. ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਵੱਡੀ draw ਹੈਗੀ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਸਿਰਫ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ event ਇੰਨੀ oversold out ਹੈਗੀ, but that people are so motivated to become a part of PCC here in Toronto?
No, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ, we all crave personal connection, right? Especially after COVID. A lot of folks worked in their own silos, and people just don't want to do that. Also, I think when you become a professional or you're a business owner, you want to branch out and you want to see what opportunities may exist for you. And there's never been a platform that's existed for Punjabis. So having the right kind of field for these folks to come and say that we can probably sow some seeds in this field and probably get some results from it later. So I think that is probably the best thing that we're doing, and I think that's what people are valuing right now.
Do you have any closing messages before we kick off the event tonight?
Well, I am just so pumped. It's just my heart's racing, and the message I have is, guys, just help us, guide us, give us your knowledge, and we'll take it to the next level.
Once again, Hari Garewalji from the planning committee here, putting together an amazing event, the first annual Gala by the Punjabi Chamber of Commerce Toronto chapter. Congratulations on a successful night. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, Ashmita. Thank you for having me.